What's going on YouTube? It's the Ginger Viking here, also known as Spartan from Iron Curtain Militaria. Hope you guys are all having a good day, but I've been seeing everybody giving that little gear tours or tours of their gear room, so I decided I'd do the same thing and show you some of my gear. Some of it just newly acquired even just today, and some of it I've had since the beginning of my collecting days. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let me know in the comments what you think or what I should get next. Alright, so we're back now. I had to flip the camera around, as you guys can probably tell. So we're going to start off kind of and just go around. I have everything kind of laid out for the video. A lot of this stuff I do store in my Era Foot Locker, just to keep things out of the way, and so I know where everything is. But just I'll do a quick little overview of just everything we're going to show today. And of course, we'll get in a little bit deeper into everything. Some things will take a little bit more time on, other things will kind of scoot by. We'll scoot by these pretty quick, just your standard crappy Rothko jungle boots. I really don't recommend them unless you just want a cheap pair just to kind of not care about. They're not too particularly comfortable. Or at least maybe mine aren't, because I may have gotten wrong sizing. That's maybe on me, but they're not great boots at all. But for the price, you know, $20, $30, $40, okay. But definitely try and get some pair of originals. They're way more comfortable. We'll shift over to my webbing, and this is my 3/4 FLAK. I was gifted the FLAK from a friend, and I've grown to love the thing, even though I know it's not the most sought after or particularly useful FLAK for reenacting purposes, for at least my purposes. But nonetheless, I still love it, and I use it as a kind of display too for my webbing, because webbing is typically hard to display unless you have a gear tree or something of that sort. So I will flip it around too and show you the back of the webbing as well. But I typically carry 4 M56 pouches. I know that's not the typical thing. I just don't have the bandoliers yet, and I like to carry enough mags to sustain myself out in the field. I also, to be of note, I do not have correct canteen covers, and I need one cap, but that's all to come. I just can't find decent priced M56 canteen covers around. So if you guys have any for sale or for trade, do hit the comment section and let me know if you do. Moving on from that, you know, you have your standard compass pouch or first aid pouch. For airsoft purposes, I use it as a red rag pouch. Then you got your angle head, no guards, error correct, flashlight. It is in working condition. I don't keep the batteries in it unless I am going to use it, just in case they explode. I recommend the same for anybody else. Take them out. Of course, you got your M56 pouches with my mags. I got some nice lemon grenades. They're pretty cool. New recent pickup. I got 5 of them. And then to move on from there, I will flip it around the webbing and then show you guys the back of it. Now this is the back of my webbing. This FLAK is particularly damaged. The previous owners gave it to their kids, and the kids decided it'd be fun to stab the living shit out of it. So I had to do a lot of repair, and I kind of after a while gave up on, you know, a lot of these smaller holes, but did a lot of major repair work on it. So moving on, as I said, don't hate on me, guys, do it. I'm working on getting the canteen covers soon, but I got 2 Alice ones just to carry water, because you never want to go off into the field or airsoft or anything without water. So right now, for the sake of just hydration and for safety, I don't give a shit. I'm putting the goddamn canteen covers on. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of this, the butt pack. I like the butt pack because I don't have a rucksack. That's error correct. I do have an Alice. We'll get to that. So for me, this is, for now, the closest thing that I can carry some sustainment gear and some personal items for the longer things like Liberty that I hope to attend to, or maybe a Bay airsoft game. But yeah, this is my sustainment pouch for me. I carry a first aid pouch because you never know what can go wrong. I carry like a first aid kit, not a pouch, in there. I know it's not error correct, but again, this is, for me, it's more important to have some gear that, you know, you could use. My standard M6 bayonet for the M14, pretty good condition. So that's, I picked it up at Army Barracks for, I think, like 40, 50 bucks. But yeah, I love that thing. You know, I know it's not the M16 one, but I am looking to get one of those in time too. It's just not on my immediate to get list, you know. Again, another canteen. One of them is dated to the 70s. The other one's dated late 90s. I'm not too much of a stickler. It'd be cool if I got era correct, you know, era dated ones, but I'm not really gonna stress too much about it. It's just my water, and I'm gonna have water. I got my nice poncho, nicely folded up and on the bottom of the pouch, so I'm set for my rain gear. I'll always have it on me if I need it. Moving on from there, my pair of Belleville Marine Corps issued Bellevilles. Really no difference from the other ones they offer, just, you know, the Marines have the EGA on the heel. But yeah, I use these for work. I use these for just daily use, so they're kind of beat to shit, but I love them. The speed laces are awesome. If you can get yourself a pair of them new desert boots, you'll probably love them too. Very comfortable. Moving on from there, we got my little MG42, little, but yeah, MG42, which then obviously my M16's here holding up the gear. Let's move on from there. We got my foot locker, which is also my kind of like my general storage for a lot of like my uniforms and stuff. I kept the dryer sheets in there because when I got the foot locker, someone had stored it in a basement, so it kind of had a musty smell. So the dryer sheets really have taken care of that. But yeah, so I'll give you guys a good shot of this, and I'll take an actual picture of it and see if I can post it with the video. But that's, I guess, like some of the contents of the foot locker. It has an M14, so it's definitely an early war or even maybe like pre-war foot locker. But again, it's pretty cool. Serves my purposes. I picked it up for cheap. When I had picked it up, it was actually full of Charlies, Alphas, you know, just a lot of cool stuff. I was able to make some cool trades and give them to people who were going to properly store them and keep them. But in the Foot Locker, I got my, they're not even reproductions. They're just some nice OD green kind of BDU proppers. They're not 100% correct, but I mean, the color on them is like really good compared to the ripstop one I have here. And for 20 bucks, just to get me through and be able to play and, you know, look decent, I wasn't going to be too critical on them. But really good pair. Again, they're made by Proper. You know, and I mean, they've got everything that you want. They don't look too much like the BDU, and the color again is actually pretty good. You know, then I got my I kept a pair of the OGs 107s, the Satines. I got a pair of top and bottoms. They're Marine Corps. They got the Marine Corps iron on, which I can show if you guys really wanted. Under there, I've got my new Marpat. I always keep a set of Digis, especially the sexy Marpat. So I got a pair of I got a blouse and a pair of trousers. And then I got my uncle's BDU. It was one of his older ones. He was a drill sergeant for 14 years, United States Army. Retired as a staff sergeant. So that's one of his older tops. My airsoft Glock 17. I don't really use it much now, but I figured just show it because it's in the video. And my Flecktarn, because at one point I wanted to maybe do like a Bundeswehr kit for the MG42. Maybe I'll still do that, but yeah. And then I got some helmet covers. I got a M1 ERDL helmet cover. And then I got, I believe, I have a desert. Oh, I got a old cover, newer bandolier that I'm just going to use for now. I think it's a 4 or 5 pocket 5.56. And then I got another cover, and then I got a chocolate chip helmet cover for my M1. This is another cool thing I found. It was in the Foot Locker. It was a little sewing kit, so I figured it was pretty cool, so I kept it. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. Just a cool little, you know, era correct sewing kit, or maybe era sewing kit. I don't know. I don't even know if it was issued. It could have been something bought, like a PX or something. But I figure it's pretty cool. I keep my spare buttons and stuff in there. So that's kind of my Foot Locker and the, you know, general storage. We got myself a, I believe it's a 3rd pattern, or it could be a later pattern, because 4 Leaf informed me that they did have later patterns. but it's a jungle top ripstop. So I really liked it. I got it for about 40 bucks at Army Barracks. That's the only hole in it. This one is my third pattern poplin. So I try to keep this one away from a lot of use. It's already been used very heavily. So I try to just keep that one more for the collection. But that was my first jungle top. And I had gotten given that by Woodstock. So we made a deal on that one. Back to the ripstop here. We got a couple patches, a couple like outlines of patches. So you guys who are more experienced can maybe give me some ideas on what that patch may be. But yeah, other than that, this one really doesn't have any patch outlines or anything, but you can see where the name tapes were. Yeah, so those are my two jungle tops. Those are the two error correct, like period right ones I forgot. Moving up, I got my Alice pack. Alice pack contains like all of my extra sustainment gear, like my liner for my M55, you know, extra things I might need, maybe some extra water. Same thing with the ammo can. That's just extra personal items I don't want to get wet, or things I don't want animals getting into, stuff like that. But it is a Vietnam era ammo can for the 60. I got my trenching tool on the side with my Carlisle World War II pouch. It's probably going to be coming off and going on my Marine Corps webbing when I get my suspenders in. A basket with BDU cover with some new old stock, you know, wind, sun, and wind, sun, and sand goggles. I forget, but the cool '80s ones. My Vietnam M1 with my tire tube headband, stripper clip loader, P38, Lucky Strikes, and some toilet paper or napkins. I don't have the error correct chin strap yet. That'll be something that I'm looking to get to. So if you guys have any for sale, let me know. One of my, I guess you would say, crown of my collection is a World War II fixed bail helmet with a Hodley liner, or Holy liner, Holy, whatever liner, but it's the compressed cardboard one, and very rare. But that's one of my top prize collection. It's Holy Grail kind of deal. Then I got an old field manual from the 70s, which is pretty cool. A M1A2 civilian gas mask from maybe Korea, World War II. I'm not too sure on that one. An M17, which I bought from 4-Leaf. And yes, the mask is in there. It doesn't have a drinking tube. It's all Vietnam correct. This is a little bit more of a personal item that I got, and I'll bring it down and show you guys. This is another one of my really really important thing to me in my collection, and something I managed to get on top of another thing that's important to me right now in my collection. But for many of you guys know, or if you don't know, one of the legends in SOG and Special Forces is John Striker Meyer. And I actually reached out to Mr. Meyer and I asked him just some questions and wanted to get his feedback, and he was very gracious enough to send me some words of kindness and a signed copy of his book, Across the Fence, for me. So if you guys are looking for a great Vietnam book that's true to the fact, that's written by a real guy, it's not fake, Across the Fence by John Striker Meyer. I can't. This book is awesome, really in detail. It's just great. But yeah, move on from that. I could talk about that for days. We'll move on to something I just acquired today. This is my third pattern M55. I just acquired today. It's in wonderful condition. It's a size medium. No rips, no tears. It's got, as you can tell, you can hear them. It's got the plates, which I'm really pumped about. No one took the plates out. I'll give you a good shot of that. It's even got the original paracord. A little rough condition. I wouldn't use it, but hey, it's got it. I'll flip it around. It's got a 56, I believe, right there. It's in really good condition. I picked it up for about $280, with shipping. So I was really pumped about that. That's another one of my kind of gems. Moving on to that, my two of my favorite pieces, for especially for me because I live in New England, is my two M65s. One of them we got, which is the one over here, is from a bulk deal that me, Four Leaf, and Woodstock all got together and bought. And then the other one was given to me by a friend, and it's got your Subdued Army name tape on it. So I like them both. This one's a small short. This one's a small regular. It's just good to have two. I personally like redundancies and very important equipment. And then my kind of catch-all, don't really care if I get dirty, work on the car, M65 is a Rothko Digi Marpat. You know, it's ratty, but this is about the only thing from Rothko I will say is actually pretty good, is their reproduction M65. I've taken this thing to, I worked at a scrapyard, beating the crap out of it. I mean, it's actually really good, really warm. The liner's really good, and the liners surprisingly work with the real deal ones. So you can use your one liner to fit in all of them. But that's about the only thing that I will say that Rothko did an okay job on. Other than that, I mean, I got, you know, I just like them. It's pretty cool just to have them. I had them, might not put them up. I don't like blank walls. It's something about me. I just don't like blank walls. I like things on them, as you can probably tell. But just some MREs, just the ones I've ate, you know, that I just put them up. My Marine Corps flag, I've had that thing up for years. And then I've got some cool Marine Corps comics. I don't know if you guys ever seen them, but I picked them up. They're pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, I mean, that's pretty much my little collection for now. It's always growing. It's always getting bigger. All right, guys. So that concludes my, you know, gear tour slash little bit of a room tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys can make some gear tour, room tours, whatever, collection tours. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative, maybe even cool. But yeah, hit me up with any gear you guys might have, want to trade, buy, whatever. I'm always looking to expand my collection, always looking to make new friends. So yeah, anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed it. Catch you later.